4.
5. 6.
My speech today is on sex education in public schools and why I think all public schools need a class for it. Can you imagine walking through a high school and out of every 1,000 girls, at least 50 of them are pregnant? The number of pregnant teenagers the ages 15 to 18 in the last 10 years has grown tremendously. There's clearly a need for sex education in our schools to best inform and prepare teenagers to make responsible decisions in their own sexual activity. I would say that a program that helps and explain abstinence would be the most important thing in schools. I believe starting in 9th grade, they should make it mandatory that every public school makes a child take this class before graduation to give the children a good outlook in what sexual activity will do. Most teenagers don't see the ramifications of being sexually active until it happens to them or someone close to them. 1 in 4 teenagers contact an STD before the age of 21 from having sex. 50 out of every 1,000 girls between the ages of 15 and 19 become pregnant every year. Public schools should make every high school teenager take a mandatory sex education class before they graduate. If each teenager had to take this class, I believe that it would help lower the number of pregnant teenagers in a public school. Some schools in Texas do an experiment that is mandatory for teenagers to get first-hand experience at parenthood. They have a thing called Real Baby, and what it is it's a baby that cries and it uses the diaper like a normal baby. And the only way to turn it off is if the teacher was to take the key and turn it off. So the children, every child, male and female, get a baby and for 1 week have to take care of this child. And at the end of the week, it is their final grade for the class. If they did not do well with the baby, then they fail, and the baby will tell it all. Some teachers will give out eggs as a parenting class. And this egg is to show the children how to be very careful with an egg and how delicate it is when you do have a child. When it comes to doing the experiments, not only do the girls have to do them, but the boys as well. And some of the pros to that is the girls and the boys get to see what it is like to have a child at such a young age and what they have to do to take care of it. Some of the cons against it is some of the girls may enjoy the project a little too much and think that it's a good idea to be sexually active. But we're hoping that if we can get this in every public school and give them hands-on experience at parenthood, that they would think twice about being sexually active. Having a sex ed class would have its downfalls, but it would also have its positive outlooks. Having the real-life baby, to most teenagers, would be the first-hand experience that they need to show what it is like to have a real child. So as you can clearly see, there is a need for sex education in our schools to best inform and prepare the teenagers on their decisions on having sex so young. I would like to propose this idea to the state senator, so maybe we can get this in all of our public schools, so it is mandatory for everyone to take this class before they graduate, because I personally believe that it would make our rates go down in teenage pregnancy. When I was 16, I went to an alternative school where there was at least 20 to 30 girls from one high school that were pregnant. And to me, that is a lot of people that are pregnant at such a young age, starting anywhere from 15 and up. So it is very hard, and if the kids in high school were to take this mandatory class, they could see that taking care of a baby and going to school would be really hard, and they would actually think twice about doing it. I got my sources today from the Associated Content, which is a website that talks about the real life baby, how it works, what it does, things like that. I also went to the website, the National Campaign to Prevent Teen and Unplanned Pregnancy, and this website talks about teenage pregnancy and everything that comes with it, and they talk about abstinence and the best way to go about it. Then I also went to Pregnant Teen Help, which is statistics on teen pregnancy in Texas and in the United States to show exactly how high it has come over the last 10 years. So does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, what's the grade? What grade does the education start?
I think they should starting ninth grade when you start high school, because that's when your hormones start flowing and you hit the age of 15. I think ninth grade.
Does the alternative school teach the girls how to take care of the babies?
Yes, they do. They have people that will come in and they have gone through it, previous students that have gone through the process, and they'll explain everything they went through and show you videos, and they try to help you.
How long does this course take? How long does it last?
I think it should only be one semester. Just like an average health class where you have to take at least one health class, I think you ought to have to take this at least one semester.
You think everybody should have to take the class?
Yes, everybody.
Can their parents opt to not let them take the class?
They can, but I think it should be mandatory, and I think the reason why should be involved.
Do you think that if